accused murderer Eric Holder has himself an attorney who's extremely famous. You know the name Christopher Darden because he was part of the prosecution team in O.J. Simpson's murder trial. But Chris is getting a lot of backlash in the African-American community here in LA for people who love Nipsey Hussle and feel like Chris Darden is on the wrong side of this.
Fuck with you on the OJ trial, now they fucking with you again.
In fact, we sent Lunell on last week. Right.
Damn it, boy.
Last week, when she was on, she was very funny. Love Lunell. She was not laughing, was not in a humorous mood at all last night.
There's something I really object to where she's
hear that. I know what your objection is, and we addressed that with her, but we asked Lunell about Christopher Darden, and she absolutely went off.
This smells like a good old-fashioned Uncle Tom to me. He's worse than an Uncle Tom. He's a Judas. He's a race traitor. He's a flop. He's always been one. There's plenty of other work he could take. Plenty of other work. If he had any gall, if he had any balls, if he had any heart, any soul, he'd say, I decline taking this case, even if it meant walking away. But he ain't got none of that. And that's why he's down there with the other bitch.
It's not entitled to an attorney. It's not entitled to.
Yeah, let him get the same white, raggedy public defender that everybody down in my neighborhood gets. Let him get the same money that everybody gets. Who's paying you, Christopher Darden? Who's paying you? That's the question.
That is outrageous. I am so offended. As a lawyer, I am so offended now.
What are you?
That's my girl.
Offended. Number one, Christopher Darden, to say this is Uncle Tom, he's representing a black man, right? And number two, it's like there is a constitutional right for despicable people to have a lawyer.
Which is why
he ain't gonna explain. Charles ain't gonna explain the
get a raggedy public defender. First of all, that's a bad thing to say about public defenders. And number two, I know a lot of lawyers who are really, really good lawyers who step in instead of public defenders who are overworked to represent heinous people.
Right.
And it's just
I think there's a lot here to unpack because I mean, to your point, Harvey, there may be some good public defenders or lawyers who step in, but for every person you know, I can name a family member or someone who's been represented by a public defender who paid them no mind. They just wanted to close the case because they were overworked.
Harvey know that shit.
In her opinion, she said what she said. She does, I mean, have her own opinion to give, and he is getting an attorney, but I think that a lot of people in the black community, that was a question. And when she said Uncle Tom,
I don't think
baby, because he's defending
Uncle Tom ass.
He's black, obviously. I think
say that
she was the person of the people. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Community. This is what I say. First of all, I'm never a big fan of calling people.
There you go.
And using that type of language like in public. I love Lunell. I love Lunell. And my love for her hasn't changed one iota because of this clip. This is what I will say though. It is like the community feels robbed. They feel cheated by Eric Holder. They feel like he took something from them. And to see Christopher Darden defend him
out of all people
and defend him, we don't know what the defense is going to be or what they're going to say or what they're going to allege. It made me feel a way as well. I mean, I completely understand that this is America and everybody has a right to a trial and to a fair trial and to have that trial, you know, be represented by an attorney. But if I were an attorney, I wouldn't have taken that. Yeah. And I think sometimes people people hold people accountable culturally.
But the difference is that you got to understand the psychology of criminal defense lawyers. And criminal defense lawyers get this.
Right, accordingly.
That is the essence of democracy. People should be proud of Christopher Darden because Christopher Darden took a lot of crap during O.J. Simpson in the black community for prosecuting O.J. Simpson, which is so
can't speak to that.
Crazy.
Can't speak to that.
He's had this.
Can't speak to that. Can't speak to this. What I will say is this, and I'll just ask you, as a Jewish man, if there were a guy who was accused of a heinous hate crime at a synagogue or something like that, and then a Jewish attorney took that case, I think that it would raise eyebrows probably with you and with other members of the community. Well, I'm not equating those two things, but what I am not at all. But what I am saying is here, a lot of people are looking like, Chris Darden, why?
Because Chris Darden is a really accomplished criminal defense lawyer.
He don't know what the fuck to say.
I can give you a bunch of criminal defense lawyers who are representing really heinous, awful people.
But nobody's saying that nobody's saying Eric Holder doesn't deserve to have an attorney. It's more about Christopher Darden and that people in the community feel like
right.
By the way, right or wrong, those people are allowed to have their feelings about it. And that's what I'm saying.
Everybody got an opinion.
America, everybody do it. And I think people are holding Christopher Darden to a cultural standard, and I think he's failing to meet that cultural standard.
I don't know.
That's what they doing. That's what we trying to do to Nature Boy. Hold him to a cultural standard.
To a lot of people.
You hear that, baby? A cultural standard. And if we don't start somewhere, it ain't gonna stop.
And by the way, I'll cop to the fact that I also felt away when I.
Me too, Vane.
I said Christopher Darden's Uncle Tom. I would never say that about that.
I ain't say Uncle Tom. I ain't on television. Well, I ain't gonna say I don't. If I see it, I call it.
I felt a way.
But I ain't calling no Uncle Tom.
As in, I feel like a lot.
But I looked at it for the culture. Why did you do that?
We just asked like,
and
why?
you part of the culture.
Because he's a criminal defense lawyer. It makes me think more of Christopher Darden that he would step up.
It's all about the motherfucking culture.
But you don't
have any motherfucking bitch.
I'm something you're not, which is a lawyer.
I know, but you're.
And don't make your hair right because you're a motherfucking lawyer, whore. Now I like you.
But Harvey,
Holder doesn't deserve to be represented.
That's fine.
He need one of them damn court lawyers, cause I already know they gonna bullshit him.
Do you recognize the people in the community are over this?
Of course.
Okay, so then that's why they feel strongly about it.
And that's why I'm stepping up, because I know they're hurt, but I think people have got to understand that when Christopher Darden does it, it's not that he's embracing Eric Holder.
He's Christopher Darden.
Sure.
He's doing it to be relevant in the motherfucking media. That's why he's doing it.
Of the black community.
That's what I think.
To be held accountable by them and answer questions that they may have about this. And those questions don't have to always come from a place of the animus that Lunel expressed. They can come from a different place.
Of course.
Without those cultural questions that we can ask.
Which is fine, but that's why I'm raising the point that what he's doing, he does not like Eric Holder, is my guess. It probably.
We don't know whether or not he likes him or not, but we assume that he doesn't.
He's doing it to be relevant. If you don't like your damn client, why you working with a client you don't like?
He thinks what he did was heinous. He's going to give the guy a defense.
What he allegedly did.
Well, I guess they do that.
Well, allegedly.
Hey, this is Derek from Houston, Texas, and from the black community, I feel like everybody feel about Chris Darden from his track record, and his daughter is going through what she's going through because of father's mistakes or what he's doing right now. It sucks. But question for Harvey, as like a lawyer, like is there like any moral ground or like choosing like what type of cases you take, like with the money and the exposure?
Yeah, I mean, you know, you raise a good point, because Charles actually raised this yesterday, because he was saying, how's Eric Holder going to pay him?
Right.
And look, I know a lot of lawyers, it's called pro bono, and I know a lot of lawyers who do a lot of pro bono work in criminal defense.
Because it's going to it leads you getting other cases down the road where you will get paid.
Just do it because you do it. I mean, there's somebody that you and I know who just is in the middle of a case involving a juvenile, money, but
I get it. That's a different. That I know what you're talking about. And that's a completely different situation.
Well, he is not a popular defendant. Let's put it that way.
All right.
Taking a break.
Okay. When we come back, Boozy is going to need an attorney busted in Georgia.